Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Trade by Numbers. I hope you're having a fantastic Thursday. Let's talk about the market. We got the PPI numbers just come out. We had the CPI numbers yesterday, which is the Consumer Price Index. PPI, of course, is the Producer Price Index. It's the cost that manufacturers have to pay to get the goods out there to consumers. That come in today a little bit lower than expected, and the market reacted positively to that. I was watching the market, it was kind of flat. We got a little boost up. The SPY is up 0.38% this morning. So we've got a little bit of a movement up. The real question is, does that hold today? Now, yesterday we got a pop when we heard the CPI numbers, which was way better than expected, and it just didn't hold on throughout the day. Part of that was the FOMC minutes being released. We don't have that happening today. However, we do have banks. A lot of the banks are reporting tomorrow, and this will affect the market greatly depending on how they come out. If the banks come out and everything's good and they rally, I think that's going to be great for the market, and that's going to push it up higher. If the banks come out and they're really showing some weakness, I think that's really going to tank this market. So the real question is, where are we going? And quite honestly, we're stuck in that limbo no man's land for me. I think this is why so many day traders fail at beating the S&P, is they feel like they have to trade every single day. If they're not trading, they're not making money, and there's times that you just need to take a breath. Now, don't get me wrong, if the market gives me an opportunity to do some buying today, to do some trading, I'm going to do that. However, in all honesty, I don't have a clear direction right now, because my gut says this market's coming down. When I look at everything that's going on around me, my gut says the market's going down. When I look at the charts, when I look at the NASDAQ or the S&P, and I look at it on the daily or weekly time frames, these charts look bearish to me. With that being said, the information that's been coming out the last couple of days, I'll be honest, that's bullish. It's just bullish. So, where's the market going? Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to be watching for. Because for me, I cannot just start thinking that this market is bullish and trying to set up trades that way, because the market has not confirmed that. We've got some data out, but there's still a lot of fear out there, and we know what's coming. The fear should be there. So I'm going to be holding off, and I'm going to be waiting to see what happens. I'm going to be waiting to see if the S&P can break 4,200. I'm going to be waiting to see if the NASDAQ can get above $12,270. Now, if those things happen, then to me, that would give me a technical breakout showing me that this market could go another leg higher. If it does not, right now we're just hanging out just below that support. The market can go up a little bit. We're not all the way up there. So we've got room for the market to move up a little bit and still stay under that resistance level. Until we break that resistance level, I'm not going to switch my narrative to a short-term bullishness. I'm going to still be waiting, because we could get rejected at any time. Banks come out tomorrow, they do horrible. We could see this thing crash down through the floor and easily, over the course of a few weeks, sell off 5-10%. So I don't want to be stuck in that mess. What I want to do is make money off of that, which is why we've been setting up positions for that. And I've been buying the TQQQ puts, buying those out to the fall, because I believe this market's coming down. And another thing that I'm looking at, of course, I am absolutely loaded up on it, but if you have not looked at the UVXY, the UVXY, in my opinion, is in a great buy zone. And the reason for that is, as there gets to be more fear out there in the market, as the hedge funds start hedging against their positions, buying more options, we're going to see the VIX go up. And when the VIX goes up, the UVXY is going to move up. And let's face it, let's go over here and look at the VIX chart on the daily. We are getting way down here. We're sitting at 1850. Now, this thing has a floor right around the $17. So, in my opinion, this thing does not have far to fall at this point until we could move up. And in fact, we could be moving up anytime. We've had a nice little consolidation here. Let's look at it on the weekly. Yeah, I mean, we've had a nice little consolidation here. We could start to see that pour in of options and the volatility in this market just go through the roof. We've already seen the UVXY spike up a few weeks ago. We went from trading in the 450 range to up around 750 in just no time at all. Let's see, where did we top out at? 729, I'm sorry. But we've seen that happen in like a 3-day time frame. We went from a low of 437 to a high of 729 in 5 days. So we know that it can move, and down here at this price, I'm absolutely loving it. So you might want to check out the UVXY if you're not already invested in that. But like I said, that's what I'm going to be watching for. S&P, I'm going to be watching for 4,200. If we get a breakout above that, then I could start to switch my narrative to another leg up, and we could start to see where this could go. And the same for the NASDAQ. I'm going to be looking at $12,270 for my level there. Right now we're currently just under 12,000 on the NASDAQ. So it'll be real interesting to see how the day plays out. See if it takes this news and really runs with it today, or if we have, another day where we're kind of up and then back down. Because if we are suppressed today, then you know the market's out there waiting for these bank reports. And once we start getting those in tomorrow, that could really set us up for either an explosive week next week, whether it's to the upside or to the downside. So just be out there, be careful, Sometimes the best thing you can do is take a breath, because remember, the spaces, the pause between music is music as well. Let's get out there, let's make some money. Join me this afternoon, we'll see how the market played out, and until then, remember, be blessed. Never trade with your emotions. Always trade by the numbers.